Disney World has bombarded us with a ton of noteworthy news over these past few months. Need to play catch up? Let's go over all those big Disney World news drops today on DFB Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. Disney World news is like a thrill ride of its own. We see the ups, the downs, the loop-de-loops, and even the breakdowns. But as of lately, it seems like we've been riding on a coaster that goes on for miles and miles and miles. And Niles, get it? So we're here to cover the latest openings, closures, mishaps, and any other noteworthy news you may have missed as of recently, or just to remind you what all has happened with a quick recap of everything, really. So don't forget that we do weekly latest news updates here on our YouTube channel, as well as constant updates on our DFB website and our newsletter. If you don't want to miss a single thing going on in the Disney World bubble, make sure to sign up for our newsletter so we can send the most recent news stories straight to your inbox. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the ride at all times. Things are about to get intense. All right, of course, we're going to start with restaurant news. This is Disney Food Blog after all. Woody's Roundup Barbecue has an opening time frame. Sure, Woody's got a nice quick service location in Toy Story Land at Disney's Hollywood Studios, but the Plastic Sheriff is getting ready to expand his culinary horizons and opening Roundup Rodeo Barbecue sometime in 2022. This table service restaurant won't just serve up that barbecue fare, it'll also place guests in a colorful scene among oversized toys, games, and cardboard cutout scenes to keep up with the whole "you are a toy" facade. Get it? Okay. Connections Cafe and Eatery is coming in spring 2022. This is a new place to eat in EPCOT, which of course we all need, especially over there in Future World, which I guess now is called something else entirely. I think it's World Celebration. Connections Cafe and Eatery is slated to open super soon, spring of 2022, so any minute now. And this will be a new quick service over there right near the brand new Creations shop. It'll also feature a connected cafe, so guests can get their Starbucks coffee and eats in the same general vicinity. According to Zach Ridley, a Disney Imagineer overseeing the project, there's a reason Disney decided to add the cafe to this fast casual restaurant, and it's not just for folks to get a quick coffee fix. The adjoining cafe is meant to represent Epcot's idea of connecting, where people can come, gather, socialize, and bond during their time there. And Victoria and Albert's is finally reopening after an extended 2-year closure. The 5-star signature restaurant, Victoria and Albert's, located in Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, is finally reopening its doors for guests to once again experience the fanciest dining on Disney property throughout its many, many courses. Disney has yet to release an official reopening date, but they have confirmed that reopening will happen this year. So as soon as we hear more about when we can expect to see this award-winning restaurant up and running again, we'll give you that update ASAP. In the meantime, you can read more about what this upscale restaurant's all about on our website. I'll add the link to our more detailed Victoria and Albert's post and review in the description below. A new Dole Whip location has replaced Aristocrepes. Can a person really have too much Dole Whip? Don't answer that. We don't want to know the truth. Swirls on the Water replaced Aristocrepes in the Marketplace section of Disney Springs earlier this month. For Dole Whip enthusiasts, this is a time to celebrate, especially since Swirls on the Water features 3 Dole Whip flavors, including the brand new lemon and blue cookie dough twist. Why? We don't know. The habanero lime and the pineapple vanilla swirl, which is an old standby but very welcome as well. For bubble waffle enthusiasts, however, the closure of Aristocrepes was a mournful occasion. That being said, if you still want to get your bubble waffle fix, you can. Those Aristocrepes bubble waffles have not disappeared for good. Head on over to Marketplace Snacks to get the strawberries and cream bubble waffle and the salted caramel bubble waffle. I think that's the most I've ever said bubble waffle in one go. Kind of impressive. Okay, a table service restaurant, which is a sit-down restaurant, y'all know, a sandwich shop, and a new coffee bar are coming to Disney's Boardwalk Inn. So with all the deluxe resort updates as of late, we were wondering when Disney's Boardwalk Inn Resort would start receiving some much-needed TLC, and now we've got our answer. 3 new places to grab food and drinks are being added to the Boardwalk Strip. First, you got the new coffee bar, which is going to be located off the lobby of the hotel. Then you got the new table service restaurant, which will be called the Cake Bake Shop by Gwendolyn Rogers. That's going to feature both sweet and savory menus and afternoon tea service. And then you've got the new sandwich shop, which will wind up replacing what we now know as the Boardwalk Bakery. We don't have any specific dates for when these changes are going to start taking place, but we do know that the Cake Bake Shop is projected to open in 2023. Surprisingly enough, this isn't the end of all the Boardwalk Inn announcements, so stay tuned. I'll have more to add to all of that later in the video. Talk about a cliffhanger, right? All right, the Local Green food truck is now open. This is in the food truck family at Disney Springs. Local Green is an Atlanta-based restaurant that specializes in vegan, vegetarian, and pescatarian options. And now it's available for all Disney World shoppers who are searching for a quick and healthy bite in the afternoon. The menu features options like the shrimp burger, the plant-based barbecue sandwich, the elote street corn, and the air fries, which we love, as well as smoothies and lemonades to wash it all down with. I'll link our first look at this new service in the description so you can get a better idea for what to expect during your upcoming visit. All right, entertainment news. Big Festival of Fantasy Parade has finally returned after the COVID closures. March 9th was a momentous occasion for Magic Kingdom as that Festival of Fantasy Parade made its way around the park for the first time since 2020. The parade begins in Frontierland, winds through Liberty Square, and finishes with a grand finale on Main Street, USA. Once again, you can see floats like the Royal Garden of Princesses, the Tangled-inspired Ruffian ship, and of course that massive steampunk Maleficent dragon. And yes, we agree that a larger-than-life, fire-breathing dragon roaming around Cinderella Castle feels exactly right. Now we've got meet and greet updates for you too. When the parks reopened after the 2020 closures, the only way we could say hello to our favorite Disney characters was in passing via cavalcade and character sightings, quote unquote. Later on, modified meet and greets became a thing, meaning we could chat with our favorite characters, but that was about it. No touching, no signatures, socially distanced pictures only, and that's been the norm ever since. But earlier this month, it was announced that personal face-to-face character interactions are about to fully return to the parks. According to Christine McCarthy, Senior Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of the Walt Disney Company, we should expect to see these one-on-one interactions back soon. There's still no official date on how quickly this turnaround could be. Soon could mean a few days, a few weeks, a month or so, but as always, we'll let you know when this update officially takes off. Okay, Hakuna Matata might be a wonderful phrase, but I think I can one-up that. The Festival of the Lion King show in Disney's Animal Kingdom is bringing back the Tumble Monkeys. When Festival of the Lion King initially reopened in Animal Kingdom, it was renamed as a celebration of the Festival of the Lion King, namely because many big components were missing from the show, including the Tumble Monkeys. But thanks to a TikTok posted by the Disney Parks account, we learned that these awesome acrobatic performers would be swinging their way through the Harambe Theater once more by summer 2022. Did you know most of those Tumble Monkeys are retired Olympic gymnasts? Yeah, that's cool. Okay, the reimagined Finding Nemo show is opening in 2022. Were we concerned when Finding Nemo the musical was taking forever and a day to reopen in Disney's Animal Kingdom? Yes, we were. But in September of last year, we learned why this closure was acting so fishy. Get it? Yeah, that's all Bria. Turns out Finding Nemo the musical is being reimagined into a whole new stage show called Finding Nemo the Big Blue and Beyond. Though some components of the show will carry over from the OG version, such as the fan favorite musical numbers like Big Blue World and Go With The Flow, this show will actually take place in the Marine Life Institute, featured on the movie Finding Dory. So think of this new show as a sequel of its predecessor, with new and familiar faces alike. At Destination D23, it was announced that this show will open sometime in 2022, so stay tuned for further updates. And the interactive EPCOT experience, which once illustrated all the new and exciting changes happening around the park, had its last run through on March 14th, 2022. As sad as it is to see such a cool EPCOT installation disappear for good, Imagineers say the closure was necessary to make way for exciting new activities in the Odyssey Pavilion to create a great experience for guests. I'm game for that. Odyssey Pavilion is one of my favorite places in the whole wide world, so whatever you want to put in there, I'll probably be happy with. The EPCOT experience ran from 2019 to 2022 and saw over 2 million guests. Not too shabby for a 360-degree advertisement. And grab your glow sticks and neon swim trunks that you totally have lying around, right? Because Partysaurus Rex is ready to light up the night once again. H2O Glow Nights is an exclusive after-hours party that takes place in Typhoon Lagoon, the Disney World water park. In the past, this party lasted from 8 to 11 p.m. and featured a DJ dance party and exclusive treats, as well as much shorter wait times for all the water rides. We're not sure when exactly this party is going to return, but we do know it'll be sometime this summer. We'll fill you in once we know more. Okay, in hotel news, Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa is undergoing some major renovations. If you're wondering what's up with all the construction going on at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa lately, just know that this fancy hotel is about to get a whole lot bigger and fancier. Disney is remodeling the Big Pine Key building of Grand Floridian into 200 Disney Vacation Club villas, which will triple the amount of villas previously available at this hotel. The rooms will be inspired by the movie Mary Poppins Returns, featuring calming yet vibrant blue and white color schemes and shiny new hardwood floors. The downside of all this, non-DVC members may find it more difficult to book a room here, considering this update will limit the number of regular rooms available for guests. But remember, anyone can book DVC rooms. You'll just have to pay for them like regular people instead of using DVC points if you're not a DVC member. The all-new villas are slated to open in late June, but DVC members can start reserving their rooms today. And Grand Floridian isn't the only deluxe resort receiving the DVC expansion treatment. Disney's Polynesian Village Resort is getting a huge expansion as well. They're going to be building brand new DVC villas, which will bring forth more rooms, more recreational offerings, and more dining options. Hello! Though this may be exciting for some, this expansion does mean that the Spirit of Aloha dinner show has now been deemed permanently closed. The Disney Vacation Club Villa expansion and new restaurants and new activities are projected to open sometime in late 2024 over there at the Polynesian, but expect a lot of construction in the meantime. And it's been a long time coming, but on March 31st, we're finally going to have all the Disney World hotels opened, which will be the first time in a whopping 2 years. Disney's All-Star Sports Resort was originally projected to reopen back in December of 2021, but the opening was delayed due to construction and an overall sprucing up of the hotel. Now we're finally going to have another Disney Value hotel option to choose from when booking vacations in the future. Bookings for All-Star Sports have been available since December, but you can reserve your stay now on the Disney World website. And remember how I said before I wasn't done talking about the Boardwalk Inn? Well, here's the part 2 you've been waiting for. Disney's Boardwalk Inn Resort is going to have their lobby, lounge, and guest rooms revamped too. Some of you might be thinking, it's about time, while others of you are going, please don't take away those vintage vibes we love oh so much, especially the nanny chairs and the elephant. Well, Disney stated that this boardwalk makeover will bring light and airy touches to this well-loved resort and will carry the seaside breeze right inside, even though there's no sea anywhere near the Boardwalk Inn, just heads up. But that's exciting, right? And we're going to get room refreshes, we're going to get lobby refreshed, but I really do hope they keep those nanny chairs. Yes. Okay, 2 words, Galactic Starcruiser. That's right, Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser is a huge Disney World immersive experience. And when I say huge, that's metaphorically. It's not actually that big a hotel. But it opened for intergalactic and earthly passengers on March 1st. Think of this as not another Disney hotel, but as an intense and expensive live-action role-play opportunity that allows you to live out your own Star Wars story. It's difficult to summarize our personal experience aboard the Halcyon in just a sentence or two, so make sure to check out our Galactic Starcruiser FAQ video and our Is It Worth the Cost video, because as I said before, this experience, it's not cheap. And also, we spent a long time on those videos, so it would be awesome if you'd watch them. Because we're talking 4 o'clock in the morning kind of long. Those were labors of love. I felt like I'd given birth to a video at the end of that Is It Worth the Cost video. Not gonna lie. Okay, ride news. Next phase of TRON Lightcycle Run is testing. To say we've been waiting to ride TRON Lightcycle Run in Magic Kingdom for a long time is an understatement. It's literally been years, and we're still waiting to ride this new Tomorrowland coaster. That being said, it seems TRON is now in its next phase of ride testing. Ride vehicles are currently slowly making their way around the entire track in a testing phase labeled as the push-pull process. When the light cycles pass this testing portion, they'll be ready for the next step, which includes those full-speed launches. I might sound like a broken record now, but we're still unsure about when this coaster will be up and running for guests. But hey, at least the testing phases aren't at a standstill. And you know what ride's really not at a standstill? Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Cosmic Rewind is a high-speed reverse launch coaster, you heard me, reverse launch, that'll take riders through an epic adventure across the cosmos. The coaster not only has that reverse launch that's both freaking me out and getting me pumped up simultaneously, but will also feature 360-degree vehicle rotations so that riders can get a clear view of each passing show scene. Cosmic Rewind will open in the World Discovery section of EPCOT later this summer. Now, 3 years. That's how long it's been since we've been able to loop around Magic Kingdom on the classic Walt Disney World Railroad. 3 long years. There are children who are 3 years old that have never ridden the Walt Disney World Railroad, and that's very sad. But we've already seen the train in testing mode twice this year. The first time was back in February, and this last time was mid-March. The railroad had to stop operations while TRON Lightcycle Run has been under construction, but during the train's extended closure, it did receive a completely refurbished #1 engine. Oh, Walt Disney World Railroad, we hope you return to us soon. There's an entire generation of children who've never ridden you. Okay, Expedition Everest reopening in April. You know what else we've been missing terribly? Expedition Everest Legend of the Forbidden Mountain in Disney's Animal Kingdom and all the hair ties at the top. So this roller coaster through the mountains closed at the beginning of January in order to undergo an extensive refurb. And although we're happy to see EE and our good old Disco Yeti receive some TLC, we're even happier to know that our extended separation from this ride will be coming to an end by mid-April. You can bet your bottom dollar you'll see us in line for this one on opening day, whenever that may be. Hopefully we'll know more soon. And now we've got some news about promised attractions that are on hold. So before the park closures in 2020, the 2019 D23 convention announced a ton of new attractions that'd be coming to Disney World. And although many additions have opened up or are in the process of opening soon, some projects have been shelved indefinitely. One of those is the Mary Poppins attraction that was supposed to open in the UK pavilion in EPCOT. Now, if you're a big Mary Poppins fan, don't let this news discourage you yet. Disney's CEO, Bob Chapek, stated that the company is currently taking a pause on capital-intensive projects, but he didn't say these projects would be canceled. So if this ride ever becomes greenlit and starts to make its merry little way into the World Showcase, we'll update everyone ASAP. Okay, now we're into the section of this video that is big, big, big. Walt Disney Company news, y'all. We've got hundreds of price increases to talk about. So Disney isn't unfamiliar with the concept of raising prices, even if it's just by $1 or $2. But back in January, we saw hundreds of price increases hit the Disney World, upping the prices for tons of food and merchandise. If you want a better look at that master list of price increases, we have them featured on our website. Kelly took a long time going through and noting all of them. I'll link the post in the description below, but please keep in mind prices in Disney change often, so we'll continue to update you on any other price spikes we see as we see them enter the scene. Now, after Disney's response to the Parental Rights and Education Bill, or as many have come to know it as the Don't Say Gay Bill, hundreds of Disney employees located on both the West and East Coasts participated in a walkout to protest the company's monetary involvement. Disney CEO Bob Chapek initially did not give a formal statement about this, but has since issued an apology along with an immediate plan to increase support for advocacy groups to combat similar legislation in other states, as well as pause all political donations in the state of Florida pending this review. If you'd like to learn more about the details of Florida's bill and Disney's response to it, you can read our post that goes into further detail, which I'll link down below. In health and safety news, we've seen mask mandate lifts. Since 2020, Disney World has provided constant health and safety regulation updates, especially in regard to its masking policies. As of February 17th, 2022, masks are now optional for fully vaccinated guests for both indoor and outdoor locations. On March 16th, 2022, the policy updated again, stating that face coverings are still required by all guests ages 2 and up on Disney buses and monorails, meaning masks are optional for fully vaccinated guests on the Disney World Skyliner. Masks are also optional for fully vaccinated guests on the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser transport vehicle while traveling to and from the Halcyon Starcruiser and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And the parks are still not at full capacity. Though crowds have been feeling pretty intense lately, we learned from Christine McCarthy during the Morgan Stanley Technology, Media, and Telecom Conference, which took place earlier this month, that parks are still not running at full capacity. McCarthy further noted that, as far as crowd management is concerned, Disney doesn't want their parks bursting at the seams. The more manageable the crowds, the more likely guests will have a good time and be more willing to spend more money. But even with the parks not running at full capacity, people are still running into shoulder-to-shoulder crowds and long wait times, especially now that we're in full-on spring break mode. For tips on how to better navigate around the sea of people flooding the parks, check out our spring break video where I go in depth on how to handle your vacation during Disney World's busiest seasons. So the Disney World news just keeps coming, folks. If you don't want to miss any noteworthy stories from Disney, remember to sign up for our newsletter, keep checking in on our website, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest Disney 411 changes, announcements, discounts, deals, and more. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and I'll see you real soon.